Hi, my name is Barbara. I think some of you will remember me. I spent some time in church now for 6 months with my husband Ludwig and with Keith. We've been here from South Africa since February. We moved here, it was a big move. I've told my story before to some of you, and some of you might not know it at all, but we came over with 5 suitcases and a 7-month-old baby, and here we are today. The reason why we wanted to share our little story again was there's so much that happened in the 6 months that I just believe that I'm bubbling because I'm so excited about it. We basically had nothing. We had an empty apartment. We just didn't know where to start. We were borrowing a car for a month, and we had no social security. Nobody wanted to help us with credit. It was a mess. It was honestly a mess. And the only thing I kept on thinking was not even praying. I was just believing, trusting that God, you brought us here. We flew 24 hours with this kid. I'm not going back. So I had to trust that God had a plan for us. So with this journey came just more and more thrown at us, and I was finally getting my social security and my work authorization, and then I felt stuck. Because here I am, I need to find a job, I'm foreign, people look at me funny when I talk, so I feel quite threatened going to an interview because people would stare at my mouth and I would have no idea why, and then I remember, but it's your accent, don't worry, it's your accent. So finally, I'm getting to a point where I'm making Ludwig miserable. Keith is there. He's just almost watching TV because I'm just job hunting. I need to find a job. I'm, like I said, not going back. 24 hours on a flight with a kid, it's not happening. So I interview and I interview. Was very lucky. I sat one night with Ludwig, and then I was just typing in a bit of information, and then all of a sudden there comes a job. It's been posted for 31 days, and we decide, well, it's night, let's just do it. And then the next morning I wake up and there's an interview. They asked me if I can please come in the same day and just come for a meet and just see if I'd be a good fit. So I meet with them, and it was 2 hours, and then they asked me if I would come back the next day. So we went back the next day, and the day after that, which was a Friday, I got a job offer. We did not expect this. We really did not expect it, because not only was it paid more than I felt I was worth, it was more than I felt I was worth in a sense of skills. I've been sitting in church and listening to Pastor Bill sometimes, and he'll explain how we need to use our skills and how God gifts us in certain ways, and we need to use it and trust in God. So I'm sitting here sometimes thinking, I'm not that good. I'm not worth it. I know some stuff. I feel like a fraud going to interviews because I'm applying, I'm writing, I can do all this and this and this, but I really don't have trust in myself. So how am I going to sit there and sell myself and not know? Anyway, so I applied, got the job, and then they said I need to start September 19th. So that was okay. And then Ludwig was like, well, you're available from September 7th. Why not say it? Did that, and then I started 2 days later. So I started last week, Thursday. It all happened so fast, and I love it. I love the people. I love what I do. And so when Pastor Bill was asking me if I would meet up for coffee this week, Monday, and I was like, no, sorry, I have a job. Which means that through everything, we were just looking back again at, I struggled to convince myself that I'm good at stuff, and I was sitting in church the other day thinking, God, how am I supposed to find a job? How am I supposed to do things? Because I'm not good at that. I'm not good at a lot of things. And then God gave me this job. I'm getting goosebumps because God knows me more than I know myself or trust myself. And it just shows me again that if you trust God, if you place your trust in Him, it just absolutely, the expectations you have for yourself is minute comparing to what God gives us. We are in a position where I have a fabulous job. Keith is happy at school. He doesn't want his mom. He just wants to play with his friend and eat and sleep. And he's so happy. Ludwig's got his job, and the best of everything is we're all in a radius of 10 minutes away from each other. So we're literally, it's one car. We don't even need another car, because that was one of the concerns was, God, how am I supposed to drive 30 minutes away from home and then take Keith to school and pick up Lidwig, and then God goes, boom. So sometimes I think it's more of trusting God in what He has to offer and what He created you for. He literally, when I try and pray and I have concerns, it's as if God sometimes taps me on the shoulder and He just shows me a picture where it's just me, like in God's hands, just like, stop it. You're in my hands, like, I've got you, just stop it. I'm a woman and I talk a lot, and I think God sometimes sits and waits for me just to finish, because He'll tell me, like, I have a plan, just like, stop it. And then instead of just getting me to keep quiet, He just hits me smack on with something going, here's a new life, here's happiness, here's safety, here's a job, here's security, here's health. And then it all just comes together. Then here's your faith. And God places people and things in our lives to build that trust and make us believe that there is a bigger picture. You don't have to worry. You can literally just thank God and be happy and trust that there is a reason. Everything has a reason. And we want to thank everybody that's part of our reasons and our faith and our trust in God.